We're living in a world that's getting smarter and more connected every single day. Our devices, they're constantly talking to each other. But how? How are they actually doing it? Well, today we're going to break down two of the biggest concepts behind this entire revolution, M2M and IoT. And to really get where we're going, we first have to understand where it all started. So let's dive right in.
And really, it all boils down to a pretty simple question. How does your smart device know things? I mean, that little notification from your washing machine that the cycle's done, or that heads up from your car about a traffic jam. That's not magic. It's the result of devices communicating with each other, and it is happening all around us, all the time.
And I mean, they are literally everywhere. You've got them in your home, right on your kitchen counter. You see them in hospitals, in these incredibly complex medical devices, even in giant factories. These smart objects, they're the basic building blocks of our connected world. But to get how they all work together, we've got to go back to the beginning.
And that beginning, it's a technology called M2M, which, as you probably guessed, stands for machine to machine. Now, you can think of this as the original conversation starter for devices. It really laid all the groundwork for the super smart world we're seeing today.
So what is it exactly? Well, at its core, M2M is a direct, point-to-point conversation. It's one machine talking to another machine to get a very specific job done. The two things you really got to remember here are direct communication and without any human interaction. Okay, the easiest way to picture M2M is to think of it like an old-school dedicated phone line, One device calls another, they swap the information they need to, and that's it, hang up. The conversation is totally closed, it's private, and it is laser-focused on one single task. There's no party line, no call waiting, just a straight, simple path.
And what's cool about this slide is how perfectly it shows that direct path. So you've got the asset on one end. Let's say it's a smart electricity meter in your home. It talks to an M2M device. That device shoots the data through a network straight to a specific application, which then feeds into the company's system. It's a clean, linear, one-way street of information designed for just one purpose.
And I guarantee you have seen M2M in action. That smart meter that automatically tells the utility company how much energy you've used? Yep, that's M2M. A trucking company using GPS to see where every single truck in its fleet is. That's M2M too. Even your home alarm system that sends an alert to the security company if a window breaks, that's a classic example of this focused machine-to-machine setup.
But what happens when you take that dedicated little phone line and you plug it into a massive global switchboard? Well, that's where the evolution kicks in. This is where the foundation that M2M built gets expanded on to become the Internet of Things, or IoT. So IoT takes the basic idea of M2M and just blows it up, exponentially. It's not just two devices having a private chat anymore, it's a huge collective network of billions of devices. And here's the crucial difference. They are all connected to the Internet. This lets them talk not just to each other, but to powerful cloud platforms where all that data can be stored, analyzed, and shared. And this visual right here perfectly shows that huge shift in thinking. Remember that straight line we saw with M2M? Well, IoT is a cycle. A device connects, and it senses data. That data gets sent up for analysis. The analysis provides incredible value and insights, which then leads to new actions and new experiences, creating this continuous loop of improvement and intelligence. It's a living, breathing ecosystem, not just a one-way report.
Okay, so we've got the foundation, M2M, and we've got the evolution, IoT. Now let's put them side by side and really dig into what sets them apart. This is where things get really interesting.
So right off the bat, you can see some huge differences. M2M, it's all about that direct, point-to-point connection. It's mostly hardware-driven, and it's built to solve one single, specific problem. IoT, on the other hand, is a big, cloud-based network. It relies on a powerful mix of hardware and very sophisticated software, and it's designed from the ground up to enable a whole universe of different applications from the exact same data.
All right, let's really get into the nitty-gritty with this table. Look at that first row, applications. M2M is point problem driven. It solves one issue, period, like reading a meter. IoT is innovation driven. It can take that meter data, combine it with weather forecasts and data from the entire neighborhood, and create brand new services we haven't even thought of yet. Then look at business. M2M is a closed operation. IoT, though, it creates an open marketplace for new data and new apps. And this last part is key, technology and data. M2M uses a vertical system. Think of it like a closed pipeline built for just one thing. But IoT uses a horizontal approach with open APIs, which are kind of like universal adapters. They let completely different systems and apps plug right in and share data freely. And trust me, that openness, that is the real game changer.
Okay, so why should we care so much about this shift? Why does moving from a closed, linear system to an open, circular one matter? Well, it matters because it is fundamentally reshaping our entire world and really defining what our future is going to look like.
Just take a look at the Industrial Internet of Things, or IIoT. This is IoT on an absolutely massive scale. We are talking about entire factories where thousands of sensors monitor every piece of machinery to predict failures before they even happen, saving companies millions of dollars in downtime. Real-time data can track every single part on a production line, which boosts efficiency and safety through the roof. This kind of thing just isn't possible with a simple point-to-point M2M solution.
So look, if you take just one thing away from all this, let it be this. M2M was the first absolutely critical step. It taught our devices how to have a simple, direct conversation to solve a single problem. But IoT? IoT is what happens when you give all those devices an internet connection and a common language to speak. It opens up a world of infinite conversations and truly endless new possibilities.
You could say M2M was the spark, but IoT is the fire. We are barreling towards a future where everything is connected and everything is intelligent. The technology isn't science fiction anymore. It's here, and it's only getting more and more powerful. So the real question is no longer how do we do it, but what do we do with it? What will we all build, create, and solve in this new hyper-connected world?